Your Christmas present from the cinemas this year is Sonic 3,
You're a colorful bunch.
a movie that's going to blow your mind and send chills down your spine. But do you know all the insane facts surrounding this production, which hits theaters in just a few days?
Yeah, in my lungs.
Did you know you might need to rewatch The Matrix to catch all the references about Shadow? It's been making the rounds that the actor lending his voice to Shadow in this movie is none other than Keanu Reeves. Interestingly, way back in the first Sonic movie, Keanu Reeves was mentioned by Sonic himself while Tom and his wife were watching Speed, a movie all about speed, just like our favorite Blue Blur. Sonic even calls Keanu a national treasure. Could this heartfelt homage have struck a chord with the superstar, leading him to voice the dangerous Shadow, who alongside Robotnik and his grandfather is set to be Sonic and his friend's greatest enemy in this promising new movie? Today's video dives into 18 facts about this upcoming film that you need to know, so grab your popcorn and get ready to jot down some notes. There's a lot to unpack. This is Cinewave. Speaking of voice acting, how cool must it be to portray a character in an animated movie? Idris Elba, the voice of Knuckles, certainly seems to agree. According to behind-the-scenes gossip, which you'll see in the video, Idris loves wearing gloves that look just like Knuckles' hands while recording his lines. If you're familiar with Shadow's backstory, you'll know he was created by Gerald Robotnik. That little detail gives us a way to calculate Shadow's age. In one of the promotional videos for the movie, we discovered an intriguing piece of information. In the clip, Keanu Reeves voices Shadow saying, "2024? I've been locked away for 50 years?" This not only confirms the movie takes place in 2024, but also reveals that Shadow has been imprisoned by Gunn since 1974. That's a long time for Gerald Robotnik to still be alive, don't you think? The latest trailer hints at Gerald Robotnik meeting Sonic in the movie. This has sparked theories that Gerald either discovered some kind of life elixir or was kept alive in a special prison that sustained him over the years. Ever since the first Sonic movie, the franchise has been under the helm of director Jeff Fowler. But what you might not know is that Fowler is much more familiar with the Sonic universe than most people realize. That's because he's also a video game artist and even worked on the Shadow the Hedgehog game back in 2005. So it's safe to say the franchise couldn't be in better hands, right? Speaking of Sonic games, did you know that some of the trailer scenes are almost identical to the old games? For instance, when Sonic jumps out of the helicopter alongside his friends, it's a nod to Sonic the Hedgehog 2. When Shadow appears, it's another direct reference, this time to the opening of the original Shadow the Hedgehog game. The Black Hedgehog is shown revealing his boots before striking a battle-ready pose as the anti-hero. And if you're ready to watch the movie, drop a hashtag Sonic in the comments so we can save you a spot in the cinema line. Another cool reference is Shadow's fight against Gunn in the movie, which mirrors his battle against the Black Arms, a race of aliens that appears in the Shadow the Hedgehog games. This next reference is actually a fun little joke involving Knuckles. Since his introduction in the second movie, and in other productions as well, our favorite Echidna loves showing off his strength by giving others painfully firm handshakes. However, when he faces off against Shadow, the situation flips. While many fans have rewatched the trailer countless times, not everyone caught the moment where Shadow shakes Knuckles' hand as a clever nod to this ongoing gag. Speaking of Shadow's fight with Knuckles, there's a double reference happening during one specific move. The kick Shadow delivers to the Red Boxer is an homage to two legendary anime characters. The first is Sasuke Uchiha from Naruto, as it closely resembles one of his signature moves. The second is Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z, specifically when the Saiyan Prince kicks Imperfect Cell. This isn't just a coincidence, it's very intentional, as all three characters share striking similarities. They're anti-heroes, and essentially the dark brooding bad boy counterparts to their respective franchises' main protagonists. Shadow is the edgier version of Sonic, Sasuke plays the same role in Naruto, and Vegeta fills that spot in Dragon Ball Z.
Is that so? Well, pardon me if I hadn't noticed.
One historic moment in this film is an encounter that Sonic fans have been waiting for over 20 years. While the Blue Blur and his team have fought evil countless times, there has never been a meeting between Sonic and the scientist Gerald Robotnik. But in this movie, these two iconic characters will finally come face to face for the first time in franchise history. Amy Rose might not play a role in the main story of the movie, which is a bit of a letdown, right? But what if we told you there's a secret hint about her potential appearance in the post-credits scene? Here's the clue. It's in Maddie's outfits. Maddie, Tom's girlfriend, seems to wear colors tied to the next major character introduced in the post-credits scene. In the first Sonic movie, Maddie frequently wears yellow and white outfits, which are Tails' colors, and lo and behold, Tails shows up in the post-credits scene. In Sonic 2, Maddie switches to black and red outfits, the colors of Shadow. And yes, Shadow is revealed in the post-credits scene. Now in the Sonic 3 trailer, Maddie can be spotted wearing pink outfits. Could this be a subtle hint that Amy Rose will make her debut in the final moments of the film, setting her up for a starring role in Sonic 4? We'll just have to wait and see. One of the coolest references in this movie is the motorcycle scene where Shadow pulls off a radical maneuver. The move is nearly identical to the iconic slide performed by Kaneda in the classic anime film Akira. You know what else is a high adrenaline move? Hitting that subscribe button and turning on the notification bell. That way, you'll guarantee non-stop fun all year round. The logos for all the Sonic movies so far have some really interesting details worth pointing out. In the first movie, the title uses a font style reminiscent of the Sonic Adventure games. In Sonic 2, the same font appears, but the number 2 features Tails' iconic twin tails. Now in Sonic 3, the logo has a circular design that not only resembles Sonic and Shadow's heads, but also serves as a nod to the yin-yang symbol, representing opposing forces. The movie is packed with Asian references, but one particularly exciting aspect is that this time Sonic and his friends are heading to Japan. Because of this, Sonic 3 has a different title in the country. In Japan, the movie posters feature the title Sonic 3 Mission Tokyo. In the latest trailer, a little girl asks if Tails is Detective Pikachu, but this reference goes beyond just poking fun at the Pokemon universe. It also hints at the long-standing rivalry between Sega, the producer of Sonic games, and Nintendo, the creator of Pokemon. However, there's a second layer to this reference, which might even be a clue. Tails has played the role of a detective before in the murder mystery game The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, where the characters solve clues during Amy Rose's birthday party. This could be another subtle nod to Amy, hinting that if Tails has to solve a mystery in the movie, he might get help from a pink lady. Get ready for some epic musical moments in this film. The Sonic 3 soundtrack promises to bring back the franchise's classic themes with even more intensity than the first two movies. One standout example is the theme from Green Hill Zone in Sonic Adventure, which can be heard in this scene from the trailer. A confirmed character in the upcoming movie is Maria Robotnik. Fans who played Shadow the Hedgehog in 2005 know just how crucial this character is to everything the Black Hedgehog represents. Unfortunately, Maria's original story is deeply tragic. She was gravely ill and ultimately lost her life due to Gunn's betrayal of Gerald Robotnik. Given Sonic's reputation as a family-friendly franchise, the heartbreaking story of Maria led to Shadow the Hedgehog receiving a higher age rating. When Sonic 3 was announced, fans speculated the movie might also raise its age rating to accommodate this storyline. To everyone's relief, the movie remains suitable for all ages, meaning parents of young kids can relax. However, could this also hint that Maria Robotnik might still be alive in the film? Consider this: Gerald Robotnik, who was elderly in the 1970s, somehow appears alive in 2024. If he survived, it's not far-fetched to imagine Maria could also have lived. The decision to keep the movie family-friendly might mean Paramount altered Maria's fate. After all, filmmakers know that kids generally don't respond well to stories where young characters meet tragic ends. This change might make her story less devastating and ensure the film appeals to its broad audience.
But that's simply not possible.
Here's a fun win for Sonic fans. Everyone knows that Dr. Ivo Robotnik, aka Dr. Eggman, is famously rotund in the games, but Jim Carrey, the actor who portrays him, doesn't quite match that physique. 2 years ago, Carrey mentioned in an interview that he'd long wanted to make the character gain weight to better resemble the video game version. You may have noticed his larger belly in the trailers. That's likely intentional. This could also signal that Carrey is saying goodbye to the character, as rumors suggest this might be his final appearance as Dr. Eggman. If true, the Sonic movies may move forward without their iconic villain. But you know who's not going anywhere? Us! Stick around and keep watching all the awesome videos on this channel. We've picked out 2 amazing videos just for you. See you in the next one.